Yeah, I
Cool.
don't think we'll take more than 2 hours.
Anything lasts more than 2 hours, so I'm not gonna like bet against it. But I think
Yeah.
I think we'll be like every year. It'll start out a little slow, but then we'll pick up the pace. And I mean,
We'll
two
get
less people,
energized.
is enormous. So
All right, so we should be live. Maybe somebody could check. That would be
because that's not just less awards. I'll look. That's not just less awards, but that's less people chiming in on other people's awards.
We are live on YouTube and Twitch.
beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go get a fucking
How's the
beer. I'll be
audio
right
on
back.
YouTube and Twitch?
Oh, sorry, Nick.
What?
Just one quick question. Is this 8:23, or are we counting this? Oh, not counting the numbers.
I've just gotten into the habit of I don't like if it's a show, I just do it chronologically. You know what I mean? Like
I'm calling this 8:23. Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I already updated.
Just updating the titles. Go ahead.
Oh, I already did that. Did I not take?
You might have updated it for Twitch, but it didn't propagate to YouTube.
That's right. Okay. Anyway.
Because you got to log into Restream.
Yeah, that's right. All right, I'll be back.
What's up, Crispy? What's that? The shit? What is that? What is that? Your icon? Are you ever going to change your name off of the Ramagoon or whatever the fuck that says? I never actually processed what that word is in my mind.
Get that. Yeah.
The Rangoon. Who's this red dude down here?
I don't know.
Is that one of them elite troopers? Elite troopers? Is that a thing? Did I get that right?
VR troopers, maybe?
Elite stormtrooper? Who were the red ones? The red. No. Those aren't stormtroopers. They're like guards. They're like Kingsguard kind of people, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? The red dudes.
They protect the Emperor in Star Wars?
Yeah, protect the Emperor.
No,
Are they like the Emperor's
guys
guard?
Wore like cloaks and stuff.
Yeah,
robes.
what is their name? I mean, what is their name in universe?
I guess Emperor's Guard, I guess, something like that.
What I missed?
The Mahogany is a sacred Jedi text.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out Chris's username, what that is.
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
What's up, chat?
What's up, Sky?
Brucey,
are we
Sky,
doing
Slade?
I did say we were doing trailer talk. Are we doing trailer talk?
Oh.
I mean, I
had not planned a trailer talk.
All right, fuck it, no trailer talk.
That helps.
Bog Noise says our audio sounds off.
What part of it sounds off, Bog Noise?
I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
Nick, you might want to check your input for your mic. You do sound a little different tonight.
All right.
Tap your mic. You might just have the wrong mic. He's also pretty far away from it.
He is.
Hold on a second. It's gonna look weird for a minute. It's gonna look weird. Oh, where are you?
Should probably just turn my light.
He sounds fine on Twitch.
Oh, you would be right. I probably sound a lot better now.
Much better.
Y'all couldn't figure that shit out? Chat had to do it? How did I not sound terrible to everybody?
Wait, what did chat figure out?
My mic was not... I didn't even know there was a microphone on this headset, and it was set to this headset, so...
Oh. Huh.
Oh, they said we sound off.
I didn't know there's a microphone.
Nick always sounded good.
There's apparently a microphone on this headset. I have no idea. I've never used it before, but apparently it was set to that.
Listening to Twitch now. See what it sounds.
Crispy stepped away.
I sound fine on Twitch. Chris Davis sounds fine on Twitch.
Testing 1 2. Listen to me. This is me talking.
Do I sound fine on Twitch?
Oh. got really...
As fine as you
really
ever sound,
close.
Crispy.
What does that mean? I don't sound fine normally.
Super
Hello?
fine.
No, you
Hello?
sound great.
Sounds just fine to me.
Let's see.
Hey,
I
Nick, can you chat a little bit?
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My
Sound
thing's
good to me.
lighting- My thing is lighting
Yeah,
up.
he's fine.
so-
I'm just listening to you on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Testing. I'm drinking beer.
Okay.
I don't sound fine. As I would.
I think you sound fine.
You sound good to me, Chris.
No, you sound fine.
Whatever Nick did, fixed it. Haha.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Whatever I did, fixed it. You never hear those words. Shit. All
Brucey,
right.
they're all
How much is the
Godzilla
delay
busters.
fucking y'all up? Because I'm listening to the Twitch stream and I'm responding to y'all on the Twitch stream.
Okay, you should stop doing that then. For sure.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, go away. No. Sorry. Fuck. Oh man. Once again, I wish that I had 3 monitors. I have way too much shit open at the same time. Testing. That doesn't look right. Why is everything... Something's up. Hold on a second, everybody. Every fucking week. Every week, I open it in the wrong order, and then I have to reopen it. Drives me fucking crazy. Oops. Way too much.
Turn down my lights a little.
Okay. I should be a little bit more audible now.
Let's see how much a little is.
I think.
Okay, so like his camera obviously is doing some bit of post processing here because you switch those lights and it had zero effect on what we actually saw. So like maybe you should turn off some of your camera auto adjusting.
I just
Testing.
Turn it back on.
I don't know, Chris Davis. Like nothing's changed.
Well, I think you plugged in.
Would you describe the lights in your room right now as mood lighting, or because what we're seeing is not that?
I think his camera is like fixing the darkness or whatever.
It might be auto fixing. Let me look at it.
I mean, it's not that it looks bad.
Come next week, hopefully I won't have this problem anymore.
What's happening next week?
I'm going to use my 4K camcorder that we had for the podcast.
What does that
Nick
do?
Nolan was using.
I don't think that's going to fix your light problem, though.
No, but it might have better like balancing in it. White balancing and all that.
Perhaps.
Sure. I mean, of course, but I think we're more referring to the vibe.
I mean, I cut the lights by like a third, maybe half.
No, you didn't. Don't lie to us, Chris Davis.
You're
I mean, effectively you didn't.
You're a
effectively
fucking
you did
liar.
nothing.
Okay, watch this. Watch this. All right.
Okay, watch.
All right, ready? See, much brighter.
Your camera is just correcting itself. It's not doing anything. You turn it down a little bit and your camera goes, nope, this isn't good. And it brightens up.
That's what I'm working on here.
Oh, okay.
Longitude
Well, I
had
mean,
to-
yeah, you just got to turn off your
Image
auto.
adjustments.
What's it called?
Auto exposure off.
Auto exposure.
Wouldn't it be
White
funny?
balance off.
It's
All
the
right.
auto. What is it called? On my camera, at least, it's called
Auto
the.
fucked.
It's called. On my camera, it's called. Mine is called low light compensation. I always uncheck that.
I don't have that option.
But that might just be a Logitech thing. I don't know.
I'm using a Logitech. Maybe I'm just using the newer software, which doesn't have that shit.
What?
Who knows?
Testing.
I have to use Logitude, so.
Testing.
All right, so that shit's turned
Logitune?
off. Now let's check it.
It does look dimmer in your room.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's right back.
Yeah. See, now we're seeing a difference here. Yeah.
50%.
See, now we're actually seeing a change. Before it was just auto fixing itself. I mean, it's still pretty bright, but I mean, it might just be that it's a big white bright room, and
It is, unfortunately. I'm gonna get some more soda. I'll be right back.
it's a little different. He should. I guess he needs like a big fucking beanbag or something. I don't know. So something that can blot out the white. Does he have a big beanbag back there? Oh, he has one. Maybe he should move the big beanbag over to like his left or right to help blot out some of the white. It also kind of seems like a camera angle thing, you know? Like maybe he could like lower his camera a little bit and it wouldn't be so
What the fuck, Crispy?
What?
catching the...
The first thing I see is a brand new. I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's old or not, but I've never seen
Are
it.
you just not in our Discord?
Maybe not. Fuck.
This is going to be us in February, right?
This is gonna be us, yeah, in like 5 weeks, 4 weeks.
God. Oh my god.
Is
All
the new
of my
Turok coming
video
out in
game
4 weeks?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like second week of February or something.
That's crazy.
That is well done. I like that.
I didn't do it. Whoever does all these did them.
Whoever does all these did them.
Whoever does it. Who's Nightshade? Who does
Wow.
these?
Whoever
A lot of
does all of these.
Green Toes?
did
Yeah,
them.
whatever. Yeah, I know. I'm bad. I'm a bad person. I hate artists.
All right.
Fucking
Seriously, like, yeah, someone tell me if you did this.
I did this. Or did
Admit
AI
your culpability.
did AI do this?
I hope it.
I have handwritten notes this year. This is
Handwritten.
Damn.
God, I feel like I'm
hard to do this in the
Dude,
dark.
I filled mine out in record time.
Damn, son. I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
That was good for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey everybody. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm never gonna.
Wait,
Why is it always me?
it's not always
Okay.
you.
Okay. You're right.
You
Maybe
only
it's just
just notice
Crispy's
it when it's you.
Crispy's hand picking the ones that feature me prominently.
Well, okay.
That's
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I've seen the one before. All right.
oh my god. That looks like Carlos is Chris Davis's like pet.
That's a weird thing to say.
That is, yeah.
It's like he's wearing a collar with like a leash or something.
I think you
No?
manifested that leash dog.
I mean, wouldn't be the first time.
Wait, what?
What?
You know what? Not gonna kink shame. Not gonna kink shame. It's okay.
That's right.
It's okay. Not judging.
That photo does go pretty hard though.
She's just excited for Doom: The Dark Ages or whatever the fuck that game's called.
Which apparently has a rumored release date, which I'm guessing we're going to find out on Thursday.
Thanks to fucking website design and RSS feeds. That's a classic. That's a good one. I remember being there, and that was a fantastic moment recording that.
Oh, shit.
The best cocktail time we ever did
Speaking of kink shaming,
was the one where Joseph's internet kept cutting out. So we had to restart, and every time we restarted, we redid the entirety of the intro of the show, just line for line, just committing to the bit.
Yep, that was pretty
and
good.
we were all getting progressively more drunk, and it was just getting good.
That was
The
pretty
only
spectacular.
episode of Cocktail Time I was ever on, I was getting a little drunk. I stood up to like pick something up. My computer died. That computer stopped working forever in that moment.
Oh my god.
And like the image frozen on the screen was like my pants falling down. It was like
Oh
What the fuck?
no!
and I never went back on Cocktail Time.
That was the end. No more. Never again.
That was very early on.
Oh, fuck. All right. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready to do
Did y'all
this?
see Ender Magnolia has 11 reviews?
No.
It can
Are
only
they-
go down.
Are they good? Okay, that says a lot.
It's an 89.
All right. Brad, before we get started,
Yes.
maybe do you want to just like maybe explain the wild card thing just so I can make sure I did it right before we actually record?
Well, I mean, it being a wild card means I don't think you can really get it wrong necessarily.
But you're just supposed to make a category up for yourself and then give the award and the
others
runner-up.
can
Okay.
chime in if they want. But really,
Okay.
so yeah, my philosophy was, I gave my example. I'm not going to spoil it here, but
They're just fun.
a category that is like more specific to me that lets me talk about things that maybe weren't necessarily covered in the other categories, but it could also just be like a very, it could be like a funny thing, or it could just be like a,
Okay.
All
All
you know
right.
what I mean,
Yep.
just
Yep.
give an award and a
I sure
runner-up.
do.
A runner-up and a winner for a category that you invented, and we're doing 2 of those, so you need to have 2 of those
I've got 2
categories.
of them. I've got 2 of them. All right. Are y'all ready? I'm going to hit record. No trailer
Yeah,
talk tonight.
I'm
We're getting right to
recording.
business.
Yeah, let's get to business.
I'm recording.
I had a
Starting
snow day
Audacity.
today.
Me too.
As did I.
Pretty nice.
It snowed.
It was an ice station zebra outside my house, but let me tell
It
you,
was a what?
you walk outside, you might as well.
Did you just
believe
say
it
something
was.
about a zebra?
Ice station
what?
zebra?
I don't know what you're talking
Ice station
about.
zebra. That's an actual thing.
I have no
Some
idea.
grandpa shit. What the fuck is he talking about?
It is the Ice Station Zebra is the absolute most southern research base in the world in Antarctica.
That is a
the
very
closest
old,
to the pole.
old man thing to say. It's like
Is that where they took those flat earthers to
Mhm.
show them that the sun didn't set for 24 hours? Have you guys not heard about that?
Oh no, I saw it with yeah.
No,
where,
Yeah.
I'm
where
curious.
you
Why
just
wouldn't
see the
anyone
where you just see
entertain
the
some
sun
flat
going
earthers?
going horizontally across the sky instead
Yeah,
of
for
setting?
24 hours, it just does a loop around them. And then these flat earthers are like, I don't know what it means, but it's real.
But the Earth is definitely flat.
and
That is fucking funny.
then all the other flat earthers are like trying to kill them.
Now that's a show I want to watch. All right.
Has there been a good flat earther reality show? There's got to be.
There's gotta be.
Please, no.
No.
All right. Are y'all ready to
No.
record? Or I mean, all right. So,
hosted by
Oh,
Terrence
are we
Howard.
recording right
probably.
now.
Probably.
Oh my God, Terrence Howard.
all right.
I'm recording. I'm good. I'm
All right,
good.
let's-
Ready when you are.
Roll
He
call-
invented new forms of math and science
Yeah.
What a
to
nerd.
open the flower of life.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
Roll call starts now. Brad.
Hello.
Crispy.
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello, at 1 minute 40 into my recording.
Look at that. One.
What
I mean, I don't know how much of that's going to help you,
We
but
could do nothing with that information.
Nick can use it in his editing.
I can
He's not
certainly
writing
try.
shit down.
That was the whole point of saying it out loud. Anyways,
okay,
listen.
fair.
Hey everyone, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 823. It's January 21st, 2025, and in standard 4Player fashion, we are doing our 2024 Game of the Year stuff well into 2025. So this is
Because if we have any justice, if there's any justice in the world, the games of the year could come out on December 31st. It's theoretically, mathematically possible.
You're saying we do that strategically just in case the best game of the year comes out on the last day of the year, which has never happened in the history of mankind. But
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
There should be a 1
Chris
in
Davis had
300.
one on his list one year.
Oh,
I did?
fucking Nick.
Indie game.
oh god,
What's
Words.
it called? The walk one. Moonwalk, night walk,
Year walk.
year walk. God damn it. That
Oh.
came out
oh, that was
right,
like
almost right at the buzzer, didn't it?
From the
Or did I-
makers of
or did I just
Lorelei
play
and the
it on-
Laser Eyes.
oh well, okay, so
I
it does
remember.
happen.
When
It
did
does
that come out?
happen. It does happen. But we do, and you know what? For the sake of for being professionals, we'll just say that's why we do
Oh,
this.
never mind. It came out like in February.
You fucked it.
There was a game. There was a game Chris Davis had played. It was from
Time Viking and Space Raptor.
Okay.
I don't even know what that-
Okay, but that's not
Let's
game.
move- moving on.
The
Moving on.
guy, that was from Ska Studios, the guys that made
That's right. Scott
the
Studios.
Dishwasher and what was it else? But also, I Made a Game with Zombies
Salt
in
and
it. That was
Sanctuary.
their
I want-
sequel to I Made a Game with Zombies in it.
I
That's
want
right.
somebody in our Twitch chat right now to find an example of a game that we put on one of our top 10s in the past 12, 13 years that came out in the last, let's just say 10 days of December. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. It is well into January, and it's time to take a look back at the year that preceded us. Let's talk about the best video games, the worst video games of the year.
Are we going to talk about the worst video games? I guess
okay,
you
I
are
mean-
giving out awards. So
Wow.
Holy
Holy
Damn.
shit. That's
We're starting bad. Okay.
coming out of the gate with zingers. Hey, look, this is the second year we've kind of scaled back the number of award categories that we have. We only have, I think, a total of 12 this year, two of which are wild card categories, which is something we've never done before. And these are basically means that when we get to that category, each of us has brought a category that is unique to us. So nobody else knows what they are, and it's kind of a surprise. Should be fun. It's also worth mentioning that, two of our members who are usually here for these things are both new parents, so they are not here. So we're down to 4 people for the award show this year. But of course, Nolan and Ed are with us in spirit. We do not have their award winners to read off tonight, though. I apologize. But without further ado, let's just get into this. I will say, I think most podcasts that do award shows or this kind of thing usually talk about Game of the Year. That's not what we do here. So we do our top 10 videos. Some of us do top 10 videos.
yeah.
Crispy, I don't know if you're going to do a top 10 video. If not, you're welcome to say what your Game of the Year is at the end of the show if you want.
Or just
I'll
right
take
now. Literally, he could just say it right
Or
now.
you
We
can say
can't
it right
stop
now.
him.
Fuck it.
My game of the year?
Yeah, fuck it.
Number one? My game of the year. Number
Your-
one game of the year.
Game of the Year.
You ready?
Can I say it?
You ready for
Can I
this?
say it? Can I
Yeah,
say
go
it?
ahead.
Destiny 2: The Final Shape.
No.
Wait. Marvel Rivals?
No, that was my number 5 game of the year.
Oh, so you have your list. Like you've written
I'm
it.
looking right at it.
Oh,
Damn.
fucking shit. Okay, maybe
More
we
prepared
shouldn't do
than
this.
any of us.
Okay.
We're
Can
literally
you read
talking
it
about our
off of
favorite
my
games of the year.
glasses?
It's not crazy that he has
I
a list
cannot.
in front of him.
I cannot read it off of your glasses.
Okay. good.
If you want, every time we get around to Crispy, you can just tell us a game on your top 10. That could be like how you
We'll start at 5 and work out from there.
Okay. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kick off the awards here in just a second. The way we usually do this is we go around, we announce the award, we go around, we mention our honorable mention, and that's just
No,
literally
our runner-up and our winner.
runner up. We're only doing 2 things, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
Your runner up, and that's like 1 sentence tops. And then we talk about our actual winner of the category and why. I guess just for transparency's sake, I'll list the categories we're going to cover tonight. Best world / level design, best gaming moment of the year, best storytelling, best new enemy or boss design, best new character, biggest surprise, biggest disappointment, the I won't quit you, I promise, or as I think I like to call it, the Never Gonna Give You Up Award. And the Spotlight Award, which is just our chance to highlight a game that didn't necessarily show up in our other categories that we want to call attention to. And then we'll play some samples of our soundtracks of the year somewhere in this show, probably during the breaks. Haven't quite figured that out. But we're doing this off the cuff. So let's go. Let's start the night with best world / level design. Brad, would you like to start us off?
Oh, shit. I guess I'll start us off. Damn it.
Starting us off with a yawn.
Well, you know how I like my exploration. You know what I'm saying? With that said, do we need to explain this category at all?
I mean, if you want,
best world or level design. I mean, this is like the physical space of the games we play, right?
Yeah. It can mean any number of things to people, but like the feeling of the sense of joy that you get from exploring, or or
like it could
traversing.
be like levels of a linear level based thing as well. It doesn't have to be a world. That's why it's world / level design.
Yeah, this could be an open world game. It could be a linear game. It could be a Metroidvania. It could any number of things.
For me, exploration is definitely one of my favorite things to do in video games, so I'm definitely leaning in that direction. So my runner-up for the category is actually the world of King's Vein, which is a game I played at the very beginning of the year.
I'm like, now my brain is like, which game is this?
I mean, I played it in like January, and throughout the year. From Rad Codex, makers of also Horizon's Gate.
Oh, it's the
remember Horizon's Gate.
That's
They made a very tightly that was a game where you oh wait no, this is supposed to be a couple of sentences. Damn it, I'll get into more detail, man, maybe a video or something, but that game has a very intricate world with like a lot of really cool class-based abilities to explore it, and it was super satisfying. But my winner for this category is Animal Well, aka I think one of the best like Metroidvania style worlds I've maybe ever played.
One of the most
honestly unique. It's a game where it has multiple layers of exploration, right? And even on its surface, it's just kind of a joy to move around. It really does. But as you sort of understand like the language of how that world is maybe put together, and the things within that world, you start to kind of see the Matrix code a little bit, and you come to realize that like almost every single inch of that world feels like very handcrafted, and you start to not take any part of it for granted. And it's just a really incredible, amazing world to explore. It looks gorgeous, and the whole game is only like 33 megabytes, which I still don't understand.
It's got one of the coolest lighting, like use of lighting, like a 2D Metroidvania. It's super neat.
Again, I don't even know how they do it. But yeah, just a wonderful one of my, probably of all the things I played this year, just absolute joy to kind of pick apart that world and figure it all out and get my 100% exploration and all that.
I considered
Truly
that. I considered Animal Well for this category, but I acknowledge. So I did roll credits on that game, but I acknowledge that I probably didn't even scratch the surface of like the coolest shit that game has to offer. So I was like, I can't do that. I can't let myself do that. But I acknowledge that it's a damn fine video game.
Yeah, we know. We all are flawed individuals. It's fine. Who's next?
Chris Davis. I'm going around and like in the order that I see on my screen. So Chris Davis. We're going clockwise. You're next.
Okay, and just to remind me, winner then runner up.
No, runner up then winner.
Okay, runner up then
Literally.
winner. Sorry,
Reminder,
sorry.
you just-
Motherfucker! I just
Yeah, sorry.
Couple
I got caught up
sentences
with
and
what
then-
Brad
and then
was
a
saying
blurb.
rather than the start of it. So,
couple sentences, then a blurb
Okay.
for your winner.
okay.
How many sentences is a blurb? You think? Don't do your winner first. What is wrong with you?
Sorry, I'm flustered this evening. I'm sorry. My runner up is going to be Shadow of the Erd Tree. I know that is an expansion. I know that's not a full-on standalone game, but
We're talking about the world, so like the world, a lot of that world is new.
a lot of that world is new. The Shadowlands as you go and explore, and just the multi-tier design of the entire area to encompass several continents worth of area on top of one another into an expansion. It's so intricately like cut together, and I think it does a better job of enticing you to explore than baseline Elden Ring.
Damn.
There is just so many little nooks and crevices that open up to just gigantic things that if you weren't paying attention, you would have never known about. So,
Okay.
Lots of crannies, juicy crannies. This is a couple sentences. Remember,
Yeah, well,
runner up. I forgot it too.
I know.
I'm going to keep
I know,
reminding you.
I know.
There's much more in the couple.
So what's your winner?
My winner is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
What?
Oh, controversial.
Okay.
I understand that. I understand the controversy, but the fact of the matter is that they took 80% of the world of Final Fantasy VII and made it work in a modern AAA third-person experience.
They did.
Like,
I mean,
they did it very awkwardly, but I guess
but the
a
first
lot
one
of
was
it
awkward.
was awkward, yes.
The first one was awkward too, but also magical.
Well, that was
it's
different,
kind of
but-
also magical, right? Like
It was
yeah.
It was magical. A lot of the areas are kind of incredible to go see, be visualized.
Yeah. It's the scale. It's the sense of scale because most
The
open
scale is just
worlds-
incredible.
and they hide. They do like a lot of trickery to hide the scale of things. Obviously, Midgar, this enormous city, they have to like do tricks to make it to where you can't see an entire city at any point in the
Yes.
world, right? Like you
Yes.
can't walk around it or anything. It's just not accessible because that would be impossible on the eyes versus like the scale of everything else. But like that's sort of like smoke and magic and mirrors or whatever that they did, like when you could eventually drive the tiny Bronco around on the water or whatever, and it's like I could seamlessly take this boat or this boat plane over to
this boat plane.
the other continent. That's so weird that they made this work, and it's like a lot of trickery, but it's still pretty cool. Like it seemed like so much effort, versus like like
I mean, like
Breath of the Wild or like
specifically
Xenoblade
talking
X,
about the
which is-
tiny. Yeah, specifically talking about the tiny Bronco, like the minute that opens up to you, like that is super late game shit. Like that's stuff that like they probably just couldn't figure out how to incorporate earlier in the game. And yet when it comes in, it is the most delightful surprise, and it is such a fucking fantastic teaser for like what to expect in the third game.
Is it though? Like it
I
felt
think it is.
so just like, oh, how the fuck do we do this? Yeah, it's not like an effortless open world like I feel like a lot of modern games have, which is like to its credit. Like I can't believe they did this, but the next game can't just be more of that, right?
No.
It has
I
to
think they
be-
have set a precedent now for like jumping from one game to the next in terms of like taking a totally different approach to the world design from part 1 to part 2. I think part 3 is going to be like probably the biggest in scope and the most.
But
kind of
you're
like,
not going to seamlessly fly around an airship. It's going to be like, like when you were flying the tiny Bronco, and it's like, all right, I'm not doing anything here.
I think it's still going to be
fucking game.
segmented in a way, but I think they're going to find interesting ways to like make it feel.
Yeah.
bigger somehow.
The fact that it's so weird is what makes it interesting. And honestly, I'd say just about Rebirth in general, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think it's a very interesting game.
I agree.
All right.
There are
Who's
lots
next?
of like moments going into a new place in that world where I was like, this is kind of amazing. Even if I didn't like have the best memory of that game at the end, I was like, I was feeling
It is a
it.
joy to be in
I
this
was
new
feeling
place.
the feels the entire time. Anyway, sorry.
Yes.
Crispy, what is your runner-up for best world/level design?
Okay. Well, speaking of feeling the feels and enjoying being in the place, my runner-up is what?
Well, you
What?
could go so many like
What do you
raunchy
want
places.
back?
You could go so
No,
many places with that setup.
My runner-up is Star Wars Outlaws.
Ooh, nice.
Because I think not a perfect game, has its flaws.
Yep.
But I think it's really good. It's on
Yep.
my top 10 somewhere. Ooh, I wonder what number it is.
Did you finish it? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, oh yeah. I fucking plowed through that game. I fucking
Nice.
plowed through it. I had to slow down. I was going too fast.
You know that game won best walking around on Giant Bomb
Dude,
this year.
it is best walking around. It absolutely is. Like, especially when you're in the cities, just like walking around, being in like
Just being in the space.
Star Wars, you know? Like that fantasy, I think a lot of people, anyone who likes Star Wars can like very, can imagine, and this game it nails it.
I'm
Like,
glad to see it getting some love.
and not just as it being like really cool visually, but like the stuff you can do in that world, like betting on the fucking alien horse races and playing Sabacc and like talking
Sabacc,
like,
baby.
like it's cool. It's fucking cool. Sabacc as a minigame was really fun. Really enjoyed it. Yeah. So that's my runner-up.
Okay.
My winner for best.
Damn it,
world
we
level-
did it again. We did it again. That was more than 2 sentences. We're
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
keep doing
Whatever.
this.
Winner, yeah, but we're talking about games. Winner of best world level design, I gave to Dragon's Dogma 2.
Nice.
Just because that's the one. Like, as far as like just wandering around fucking fantasy world exploring, and that exploration feeling impactful and feeling dangerous, and the game doing a really good job of maintaining like a sense of space. Like, you always like you're kind of aware of like where on the map you are, and like what you have to get through to get to other places, and that's stuff that you got to think about. Like, it
On top of all the
There's
shit
a
that
lot
we-
of good like sight lines.
There's
in
so many
Dragon's Dogma 2.
like you can just be like wandering through the woods, end up on a trail, and then like you're overlooking that like massive battlefield, like with the or like just like wandering you like in the night, and you wander around and you like find some ruins, or like you completely randomly and accidentally encounter the elf village, which I did, and that was incredible. Like,
and on top of that,
it.
all that cool shit we talked
That's
about
it.
way back with Dragon's Dogma 1, like all that like the night stuff, exploration is totally recaptured.
And now it's in a world that has the scale to really support it. Because Dragon's Dogma 1 did that stuff really well, but the map was kind of small. And you were kind of only going to the same like 4 or 5 places over and over again,
Yeah.
This game, oof.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick. I'm glad.
One of my honorable mentions.
You don't get honorable mentions, bitch. Put that back in the
No,
bag.
we do. At the end, we just say titles.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind that. Okay. My runner-up for best world/level design is a game that I am balls deep in right now. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Very much enjoying this game. The actual... What's up, Brad? I see you're raising your finger. Oh, shit.
I'm counting
You're right.
sentences.
Oh, you're right. This is just my runner-up. It's a really cool world. Moving on.
You're on the.
Well, yeah, you could say more that it's a really cool world, but
I just think it's
you could say one more sentence after that.
I think it is just a world that, like, maybe better. This is what the game does better than just about anything else. Is just that feeling of being in a space and trying to survive, and like a lot of times just barely scraping by, and like desperately trying to find resources and shit while getting to like really scrappy
Semicolon.
firefights. Yeah, it's lots of semicolons.
No.
I was doing semicolons.
You
But
did
yeah,
good. You did good. What's your
but
winner?
my winner for best world / level design, it's gonna have to be Astrobot. Man,
Yeah, absolutely.
just like any like a good Mario game, it's just level after level after level that feels different from the one before in the most brilliant, unique ways, and like constantly finding ways to like innovate on mechanics and design, like platforming designs that like we've seen before, but like in new ways. Like it made me think of like the entire time I was playing Astrobot, it was making me think of like uh Super Mario. Oh my god, why am I
Odyssey.
blanking? I mean, Odyssey,
Galaxy. You're
Galaxy.
thinking of
Yeah,
Galaxy.
like I don't know why I'm thinking of Galaxy. Yeah, we're like all you go to these very separate places, but they all are just like really unique. And we've talked a lot about Astrobot before, like with Playroom and the VR game. Like they're amazing, but like the scale here is amazing. And then you have the hub world on top of that. Man, so good, so fucking good, constantly innovating, and a joy to play from start to finish. So,
Here,
all right, honorable mentions. You just shout out game titles if you want.
I want to shout out also Dragon's Dogma 2, Dread Delusion, and Mini and Max.
Mini Max.
I'm going to say Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Okay.
The world design of that game was not the problem. That Metropolis was actually really cool.
Okay. I'm gonna shout out Nine Souls because another really well designed, slick ass Metroidvania.
No, y'all are fucking up. I said
Shit.
titles.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so hard. Conscript.
It's not.
Stalker 2 and Unicorn Overlord.
You know what also is worth
Here.
great choices. Worth mentioning, and this is not cheating. Silent Hill 2. Enough changes were made to that game that I think it's worth mentioning.
You
Just
are
saying.
If this category also includes like just the like lore of the world, I'm also going to say
doesn't,
Tactical
but
Breach
which
Wizards.
Yeah. But it doesn't.
Yes.
Also a game with good level design. Next category.
Best gaming moment. Brad, set this one up.
Wait, is Moment next?
Yeah,
Am I in my order wrong?
Yeah.
You do. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Oh my god! I just realized I'm controlling this here. I'm not even putting the fucking categories up. There we go. On screen.
It's messed up that we're doing moment before story.
Okay.
Ugh.
Brad, I showed you the order and you didn't say anything then.
I mean,
Do you want to do storytelling first?
I would like to do story before moment
Fine.
because
We're doing.
my-
Okay, fine. Obviously,
Okay.
your choices hinge upon this, so we're changing the order. We're doing
Yeah.
storytelling first.
what doesn't make sense if I don't, especially because y'all have not heard about me talk about this game.
All right.
You might be a little late here. Okay,
It's best
there we
storytelling.
go. Best storytelling. You want to explain this category, Nick?
Oh, I mean, I was kind of.
My runner-up
Okay.
is. It's funny that Crispy just mentioned Tactical Breach Wizards because for me, it is my runner-up for favorite storytelling of the year. I think it's a extremely well-written game with amazing characters,
Okay.
and they do some cool stuff with narrative structure, like the pin board and stuff, with the way it tells information, and just the conversations before battle are tightly written, well done, excellent. But my winner for best story of the year, best storytelling of the year, is of course 1,000 Times Resist, a game I've never spoken about on the podcast,
Never,
which I just
ever,
finished
ever.
over the weekend. And where to start here? This is a it's a science fiction story where just to briefly set it up again, I've never spoke about it. Like there's look, aliens kind of invade of sorts. They cause like a global pandemic, of which one person is immune to for some reason, and everybody else cries themselves to death because that's what the pandemic thing is. And then some people take the person who is immune and basically start a new world where she is going to be they're going to make clones of her, and it's a science fiction story about a world of clones. there's so much here.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us the whole story. It's a cool setup, and you've never talked
yeah,
about it on the podcast. But
it's an interesting setup. But I will say what makes it so cool is not just fantastic writing, fantastic performances, and just the layers of just like the way it jumps in time to cover like the sort of like the past life of like this character who becomes like the all mother of all of these clones of her, and uh it goes places, but there's a lot of like interesting like allegory. It's not even allegory, like there's literally her parents were like in like the Hong Kong protests in like 2019. Like that is a story like beat, and but the story itself kind of deals with things like generational trauma and stuff, and how that passes down to like this clone society and like the rebellions there, and there's it's just a fantastic story, fantastically written, fantastically performed, and like for like a indie game that doesn't have the budget of like a modern day AAA game, of course, not even close. Like surprisingly, like visually well shot. Like I say cinematic, but it's not even movie like. It's like the people who made the game were like stage performers, and you could totally see that in the way, like visually, the way this game looks, and it's just, I mean, truly remarkable. Absolutely, I recommend it to everybody here and everybody listening. You gotta check out 1,000 Times Resist.
Cool.
And it sounds like a lot, and it is, but like they do a really good job of like focusing on those central themes and stuff, and not letting the plot get out of control, and just excellent game all around. I recommend it to everyone. I was begging Crispy to try it, but I don't think he got around to it. Gotta check
maybe
it
if you talked about it on the podcast, but
well,
to be fair,
that's what I literally just finished.
We haven't had a ton of normal podcasts lately, so
yeah.
All right, Chris Davis, what's your runner-up for best storytelling? Not best moment. We're doing that next.
I was originally going to do Tactical Breach Wizards because
by all means, mix it up. I do that sometimes too.
But this was a close third. And Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. I love the underlying themes and storytelling they go, specifically focusing on Kiryu, and like this is supposed to be like his epilogue or final entry. And they give him a send off that you feel for. We'll talk about it later in other categories.
But your
my winner, though, I think I want to give it. This is gonna sound a little weird. I want to give it to Unicorn Overlord.
That's weird.
For storytelling. Oh wow, that's
or
bold.
Is that
Let's
weird?
hear it.
Okay, maybe it is weird.
I mean, the thing about Unicorn Overlord is that it's a game where you have this huge world to explore, and you have all these different characters you can meet and different factions you can align with to build up this grand army to take down the evil wizard guy. But you don't have to do that. You can go on a suicide run to take back the kingdom and get a lesser ending, but the journey you go on to earn the better ending, to build your relationships with these characters, to have these interactions with all these different side characters, just because you're going through the world and doing stuff, it's really fucking cool.
Okay.
Like,
so like that Breath of the Wild thing, but you didn't actually go try to fight the final battles without leveling up, right? Like you have to get more powerful.
Oh yeah, no, I 100% went through like the entire loop, but I like the possibility thereof that you could go do it.
I adore that game, and I wish I could go with you here, but like, how did you feel about like the story itself, like the plot or the characters and all that? I mean, I think there's some good small character moments, but
I think there's plenty like lighter character moments that probably don't get enough praise or never even got seen by a lot of people. Like even just the arc of going through the Colosseum to get what's her name, the giant Amazonian lady with the huge shield.
Yeah.
Like what's actually going on with her. Like there's a lot of those different little
Yeah.
things going on throughout every single region of this world.
It
Little
sounds like it's an
character story
unconventional.
vignettes. Sure.
It's
I can agree with you on that.
It sounds like it's less about like conventional storytelling and more about how you make the experience.
No,
You're
it's
right.
not. It's mostly
No.
conventional storytelling.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Well, fuck
I
me
mean,
then.
the base storyline is
remember,
really good.
this is from the makers of. But this literally was your runner-up.
No, this is winner.
This is my one.
Okay. Sorry. I don't want to chime in if it was your runner-up. I'm trying to keep pace here. No,
This is from
it's-
the guys that made 13 Sentinels, which was
Yeah,
my game
and
of the
it's
year. that
nowhere
year.
near anything like as intricate as that. If you want
No.
like a 13 Sentinels vibe, maybe a little less anime, you play 1,000 Times Resist. Not Unicorn Overlord.
that's what we were gonna
Unicorn
say, yeah.
Overlord is very much more.
I think if anybody here was
Traditional
going
kind
to,
of high fantasy. Yeah.
if anybody here was going to jump on the 1,000 times resist bandwagon with you, Brad, it's probably going to be Chris Davis.
Well, I mean, I will. Yeah, I mean, sure. I think anybody here would enjoy it, even you, Nick. Believe it or not. But
What does that mean? Okay, sorry.
structurally, it is interesting. Like you can approach continents like in different orders in Unicorn Overlord, and that's kind of cool. And that is part like the structure of how that goes together.
There's a
interesting,
direction
yes.
the game points you into to go in if you choose. That kind of flows a little bit better, I think. But you have that freedom to go wherever you want, basically, as long as you can level up your characters and maintain your army and build everything up.
All right.
Crispy.
Storytelling.
Storytelling.
Mhm.
Not moment. Storytelling.
My runner-up for best storytelling this year is Destiny 2: The Final Shape.
Ha 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 ha! Which I hear is
And-
good.
I don't just mean because it had a good story. It did have a good story. Great performances. Cade 6 was a real heartbreaker. But like even just the way they chose to present the finale of the story, I thought was really cool and really interesting. And like I I just so happened to like be in the right place at the right time to experience it like in a pretty neat way, because the way it went was you'd play through the whole campaign, and then that was kind of like almost the end. That was like building up to the finale, and then they started the raid race for World's First, and it took like 30 hours for a team to clear the raid. Like for some reason, it was like the longest World's First raid in history. Took forever. The team that won was like verified at like 5 a.m, and as soon as Bungie verified that the first completion was good, they released the final act, which was in and of itself very cool. I'll talk about it later.
Cool.
My winner for best storytelling, I'm going to give to Mouthwashing.
Ah, okay.
A game I
Very good
just
game.
finished.
Very, very dark story, very well told story.
An honorable mention for me.
Just a weird, just a fucking real cutter. You know,
I started that. I should go back and finish it, but I also feel like I need to start.
I don't
over
know
just-
how you didn't. It's like 2 hours.
No, I think it's because I squeezed it into like a longer stream where I was just kind of bouncing between a bunch of scary stuff around Halloween, and I played like 45 minutes to an hour of it, and then I was like, on to the next thing. When I probably should have just pushed through it and done it all in one sitting. And now I feel like,
did it not? You played 45 minutes to an hour and you didn't want to go back?
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
It's pretty well paced.
It is.
Couple of
It is.
hours.
Don't get me wrong. I was compelled. I just I had a goal when I started that stream, and I was like, I want to try a bunch of different things, and I was like, I didn't want to just give up on my efforts to try all those things. Anyways, anything else you want to say about mouthwashing? It's weird. It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
It's not. It's weird, but it's not like
It's
as
not.
weird as some people make it out. It's like a
not
pretty
super surreal. It's pretty
straightforward.
yeah, like
It does some really interesting things, like presentationally, of course, and it jumps around in time a lot, which is always cool, honestly.
Yeah, I mean the non-linear presentations are really good. I just think like, especially like for a game that has like low poly characters with like no voice acting, like how humane they are. You know what I mean? Like